Hello guys, so welcome back to the Forex channel. Today I'm going to basically go through the trades I've taken this week and so far, and I'm going to go through this gold trade which I took, which we did manage to bank around 7%. I think just over like 7.1% on this trade. So yeah, I'm going to go over that, why I actually took this trade, and basically how you can follow this sort of analysis to basically catch trades like this in the future. So before we start this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and just comment down below what you want to see on the channel, because certain videos do well and I want to know what you obviously want to see on the channel so I can do that. But yeah, we're going to hop into this analysis now. I did actually send on my Instagram, on my story, I put buy gold, and if we look on the charts, that was when gold was all the way down here around 1763 even, and then boom, now you'd be just over 300 pips up before this trade. And then this is the trade I sent out to my members. I'll show you that after the trade. There's a link below if you do want to get involved with that. Okay, so I personally analyze gold on the lower time frames. So as you see here, we started on the hourly, and this is when we were looking for entering a trade. So what we saw, you see this push up, break, retest. So we had a nice little break retest area here, this little level. So now what we're looking for is price to give us buy signals, buy options here. And also if we do drag this back to over here, you can see that this was a previous resistance as well in the past. So as you see, we did have support, break, retest. So we know this is a area where price has been rejecting in the past. So what we now do is come down to the 15 minutes. Sometimes we do go down to the 5 and maybe even the 1 minute. It depends obviously on the style of trading which we're doing at that time. But yeah, what we saw here was, so we had this consolidation here. So we knew that the momentum of this bullish push slowed down a little bit here, and we did create this little area here. So now what we're looking for is maybe another bounce off the bottom and a break of this area here to create new highs and new lows, because if you actually look here, what we've been doing is creating higher low, higher low, higher low. So now what we need is either an equal bottom here to create a double bottom, and then we can see price push up, or we can look for a higher low here and then look for a push up. So that's what we were actually looking for in this situation if we just get rid of them. So if we play the candle on, so boom, we have rejection in this level. So now we are looking for entries. Then boom, we have another rejection in this level. So this is when we are in fact looking for our entry point. So when we see this here, we have a break, consolidation, a retest, and then price came down to test this level again for the third time. So this is when we are actually looking for an entry. So I'm pretty sure I'll quickly get up where we actually entered to the precise amount. So if we just edit this here and we can put in the exact level. So we were targeting 1816, exactly, that's where we sent out. Our entry price was at 1794.84, and our stop loss was 1791.881. So boom. So what we had here, tiny stop for gold, 29 pips. That is quite small for gold, and you're probably thinking, you could just get wicked out and then price can move above. However, if price actually came down below this level and then came back up to this level, I do not think it would break this level, and I think it would carry on down, because as you see, this is the low. So as I mentioned, we've been going up, 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 down, boom. So now what we're seeing, we've got this double bottom area here. So now we're looking for price to come up again. And if we do break this low, then the trend isn't as valid. Although it could carry on going up. If it did break this level, we are on lower time frames and we are looking for this level to hold. So we'll see what happens. So we entered this here on the second wick down on the lower time frames. I think on the 5 minute, if we look, yeah, so boom, boom, boom. So we kind of had a triple bottom, double bottom kind of formation here. But if we go back to the 5 minute or the 10 minute even, as you see, we've got perfect entry on this wick. So if we now carry on this trade, what you can see is straight push up into profit. And if we look back to previous results, what we've had is when price came down to these sort of areas, this is when we had a massive reversal up. And the reason I was targeting 18.16 exactly was, you see this, these wicks here, they were coming exactly into 18.16, and I had this line drawn just above. If we drew it to the bottom wick, so you see that bottom wick there perfectly hit this 18.16 level. So that is why we were targeting this level, just to clear that up. But now what you see is boom, and what I'm looking for here is when I'm actually in the trade, I'm constantly drawing these levels out. So that's the new bit of structure, broken that. So now what we've got here is another bit of structure. So what we do, we reject this level a few times, and then boom, we break that bit of structure. And now we've got another bit of structure up here. So we're constantly creating these higher lows, higher highs, and carrying on up. As you see that bit of structure there, and then boom, we break above that. And now we've got another bit of structure here. So if we draw that on, boom, got a little bit there. And as you see, we did again create these equal lows. So we've come up, boom, 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 equal lows. We didn't breach this level here. If we did breach this level, this would be a point where we could close the trade early, but we didn't actually breach this level, so we are carrying on the trend. As you see, wick down perfect into that level again. So we didn't break that level there. Although we did come down below, we are still on the higher time frames above the previous low. And if you do look here, we have got another area here. So we go back to the 15 minute, boom, we hold above, and then this is when price overnight starts consolidating, ends up breaking this level after we have wicked into this level again. And then if we extend this across, boom, our TP was hit to the pip. So I think now price is reversed. Yep, as you see, price went down around 130 pips straight after it hit our TP, down 130 pips. If we actually look here, what I said was potential gold trade if gold holds its level. I sent this on the 22nd, so at 9 AM. So I put this exactly this area. Then what we had, this was before I sent the signal. This is what we were looking to take. So I like to send the analysis in advance before we actually take the trade. So as you see, when price came down to this level, an hour later, this is when we had the second test of this level, and that's when I sent the signal. You see TP 1816 entry there with a 29 pip SL. As you see, within 1 minute, this is when we had, so we entered, boom, straight up. When we entered on this wick down here, straight up into 1% profit, pretty much within a minute or so of entering the trade. And then we were looking to break. As you see, when I drew this area here, it did coincide with the 1800 level, which, as you know, can act as a psychological round number level, which can act as key levels. As you see, I just update the trade, boom, 4%, 5%, and then yeah, this is when we ended up hitting the TP for 7% profit. If we actually clear this down now and actually look at it on the higher time frames, what you can see is when gold was down here, it had this resistance, but you see this pattern, one bullish candle, 3 small candles, boom. You see it happen many times with gold. So as you see, bullish candle, da da da, boom, da da. On the lower time frames, it would have done da da da, boom, da da da, boom, da da da, boom. So I do think gold is going to carry on up to maybe, I was looking at targeting this area here. So what we had here was boom, price came down, rejected it again. So what we actually have, we have money above here, stop losses. So people were obviously selling here. Where are their stops? Above here. Price came back to this level, people are selling again. So we got this double top, nice retail candle formation here. Boom, stops above. So we have money, boom, and then where's the money? Boom, above here. So what we now need to do, we've created a double bottom here. We've created new monthly lows. So now what we can see gold do is, I posted it down here. You know, I predicted this. So I posted it at 1863, boom. So if you had stops below the monthly lows, let's say 55 pips. Let's just be reasonable. Targeting this level, you know, it's a 1 to 33. And, you know, if you just listen to what I said, and, you know, I'm master gold now. So, yeah, we will see gold hopefully come up to this level this year. Might not happen this week, might not happen next week. But I do think gold will come back up to this level at some point this year. I've given you the reason why. And also, there's a lot of dollar weakness at the moment. If we do actually look on USD CAD or the dollar index, actually, what we can see is this 91 level, price came up, boom, rejected straight off it. Now we're back down to 90 on the dollar index. We did have this little area down here, boom, 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 and then we couldn't actually hold above, and that's why gold is rising now. And I also use this as one confirmation in why I actually entered the trade. A lot of people ask for my confluences, so I'm just going to tell you that now. So what we had, the dollar weakness was 1. We did have a simple break retest here. You could have entered after this with bullish engulfing. We had a double bottom, you know, all these confluences. We probably had even a Fibonacci in there somewhere. Let's have a look from this move. Yeah, look, boom. If you go up from this impulsive move up to this level here, we had 61.8% rejections, and then we went up. We could have targeted the minus 61.8% here, but we did actually target the previous area of support. You could say support area. So that's perfect trade there. So if you did enjoy, like, subscribe. See you in the next video.